This is my first time doing live, so it may not be anybody on. It's on my page, and that's cool. Just trying to get the feel of it. Um, Instead of just dropping loose bombs here and there, figured I'd come on live. If somebody had a question, I could answer it directly. Cause y'all be answering questions, and I'll be trying to answer them while I'm on the run. And I want to try to give everybody appropriate time if they have a question to go ahead and ask their questions while I'm online. Um, but I wanted to come on today because something about this new topic that I've been talking about has been really, really um, pushing me. I don't normally go into a topic that hard, but this car situation with Nipsey is biting at me, and I'm thinking about it like every day. And the more I think about it, the more I think about it, it doesn't make sense. Um, One of the main things that's really bothering me about this whole car situation with Nipsey is basically the fact that we don't know what car Nipsey was supposedly drove to the plaza, or that he was taken to the plaza and dropped off in, or how he got to the plaza, or if they just brought him to the plaza after everything was done, whatever happened. But my question that I've been asking continuously is, what car did Nipsey drive to the plaza? When we come into the scene of what's happening as far as the video, that fake video, we assume that Nipsey is there already in the plaza with Kerry, with his nephew, and whoever else that came through that day. We assume that Hustle is the one that was driving that black Jaguar because the Jaguar is parked in his normal parking space in the plaza. We assume. We don't know if that's what he drove that day. We don't know what that is, how he got there, how he specifically arrived, if that's how he arrived, if he was brought there in another way, if that's Black Sam's car, why is Black Sam's car there, being left there, as just sitting there in the parking lot? Then is that the car that Black Sam drove to the plaza once he came up there to, see Nip dead? These are questions that I have in my head. Um, and once I have a question in my head, I really, really have to push until I get an answer. With me, it's just like that sometimes. Um, People think I'm crazy. People call me batshit. I'm cool with that. But the questions that I ask are relative, and people who have real affinity for this case, they can relate to the questions I ask because they're feeling the same way and they have a similar thought process for what's happening. Um, I really, really got to get a hold on this thing because it's itching at me, and nobody else is talking about it that I could find, because I was looking for try to find some answers for myself, and nobody has asked this question. We just assume that because that car was there, that is the car that he arrived in. We don't know who car that is. We don't know if that's what he drove. We don't know if that car has been sitting there prior to Sunday. We don't know what the case is. But what we do know is that, for the record, Nipsey Hussle is dead, right? We do know that we have a autopsy report that says that he's dead. We do know that we have a burial site that says he's in it, right? So those are the givens. What we don't know is what really happened. What we do know is that video that they gave us and that whole breakdown and that whole synopsis that they gave us is bullshit. And we've already figured that out, that it was bullshit. So we're not even, breaking no more videos down like that. We're not going through that no more because we've already come to the ideology that that video and everything around it is fake. Um, if we take the parameters that is fake and we uh, start putting in pondering other questions in attachment to that, then it really makes you wonder, like, man, you know what? Damn. So if this car is Black Sam's, how come it got left outside? And then why is that car there? And how did Black Sam get to the plaza if Black Sam car was already, all of these questions really need to be answered. and nobody's talking about it. Everybody talking all these far-fetched ideologies and talking about Lauren and talking about the kids. And just simple, basic stuff will get us to where we need to be. Get us to where we need to be. Simple, basic processes. Asking simple questions, answering simple questions, looking at things around Marathon that normally people didn't look at. Why was there a satellite dish across the street in one of the houses that was directly across the street from the plaza? Why behind the plaza was there a pink house that had satellites on it? Why, was there a sheriff that lived in the area for so many years? Why did he contribute to what happened with Nipsey? See, all of these things play a factor, and because what they gave you is a bullshit ass synopsis to go off of. Because as a black person, you're gonna look at that and say, you know what, damn, if I was an ex-gang member or I was a gang member and I came back around my way and I seen one of my niggas and they said that to me, I would try to kill him too, be mad. But see, Brett, what y'all don't understand, what y'all do not understand is that they gave us a bullshit synopsis to start with. They gave you a bullshit video to break down. They gave you a bullshit set of lies instead of rules on this thing to start with so they could throw everybody off so that nobody would have a clear pattern to start looking down the right way. Somebody knows what happened to Nipsey, right? It's not a secret. Somebody knows what happened to him. It's not out of the blue that this happens to black leadership. It's not out of the blue that this happens to property owners in areas that want to be gentrified. It happens all the time. But what you have to realize is that we can't fall for the okie doke. I don't care what other pages are doing. I don't care what other pages are talking about. What I care about is the fact that we can come up with intelligent, articulate arguments to try to basically come up with different answers outside of the loop of what everybody else is talking about. Yeah, we haven't seen Rand Paul. Yeah, we haven't talked to Kerry in a while. Yeah, they said Kerry didn't get shot in the back. He not paralyzed. He got shot in the butt. Yeah, they said his nephew was into a whole lot of bunch of bullshit in LA. Yeah, it's so much stuff. It's like, as a rolling 60, Kerry being a former or a previous gangbanger, the whole story that got made up about Nipsey coming to the plaza to help him out to get him some clothes. If he needed so much help, why did he have a pocket full of money from Big U? Another question. These are things that make you wonder if the narrative is bullshit, right? And we've already realized, they've even said, even Kerry said, I wasn't gonna meet him up there. I was just coming to the plaza to get some shirts and some clothes, and I just happened to see Nipsey in the plaza. Think about that for a minute and put that to your own ponderance in your mind, and think about how silly they think, and think about how stupid these people think we really are, because that part is not even real. Not even the part you made up about why Nipsey would be there on a bright and early Sunday morning. Somebody called Nipsey there. Somebody brought Nipsey to that plaza that morning. Somebody set him up, obviously, right? But at the same time, we can't show proof of it because what we've been given or what we've been given is a false narrative to start with from the beginning. I saw somebody put white BMW, Big J21. What you mean by a white BMW? Talk to me if you're still out there. What you mean by the white BMW? All right. So somebody said white BMW. What did that mean? Is that what you're trying to say Nipsey was in? Is that what you're saying he drove up in? Talk to me. Was Nipsey shot at the DJ Khaled shooting? I don't think so, bro. In my personal opinion, I don't believe that he was killed at the video shoot. I think it might have been some stuff that was said there. I think some people threatened him, so he kind of went on the ground for a couple of days. Yeah, I talked about that. That's kind of strange, right? That he did have a sheriff that lived right across the street. And it kind of makes you wonder how long they've been really watching this dude and trying to get a hold of that whole plaza and watching what they've been doing and locking them brothers down for years. They've been doing that to them, and that's probably why the police had an ace in the hole right across the street. Guy was on the payroll, plus he worked for the Department of Justice. Guys got to do your research, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. What video do they have? What do you mean, Jermaine? Jermaine, what video do you mean? I don't understand. It says what video they have. What do you mean? What video of what? The police. Okay, so what video do the police have? So what do you mean by that? So what I'm saying is what I'm talking about specifically, if I'm referencing what you're saying correctly, is we believe that the police had surveillance set up across the street from the Marathon Plaza because there was a house directly across the street. I think it was a brown house with a white car parked there. And there was a big gigantic satellite dish on the property. And next to that property is owned by somebody who worked for the Department of Justice and the police department, which happens to be a sheriff. We were also talking about the house behind the Marathon store that has all these satellite dishes around it. And when somebody tried to go to the door and talk to somebody, nobody came to the door, like nobody lived there. So people just asking, general questions. And that's what we talk about here. If you go down my page on all 25 of my videos, these are the type of questions that we ask. We ask for questions and we ask for responses. I'm not going to be on here for no 3 hours talking about a little bit of everything. I don't do that. Big U working for the CIA or feds if he a bounty killer. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know Big U. I'm not familiar with none of the 60s, that whole situation. So I don't really know. Shout out to the 60s, matter of fact. Shout out to them. Shout out to all the LA gangs that's under the peace treaty right now. Shout out to y'all. My belief, and that I continue to talk about, is that Nipsey got murdered. Nipsey got robbed. I think he got robbed. I think somebody got him up to the plaza. I think he had been carrying a whole bunch of money on him. And I think they killed him. And then they had to make it look like it was something that it wasn't. Because had the people in the neighborhood found out, I think they would have tore LA down. Where do I believe Nipsey was killed? I think he was killed in a barbershop. I think he got robbed. I think they killed him in the barbershop. Then I think they came up with a plan to get rid of him that would work with what was going on with everything else. So they made it work for everything else. They already had Eric Holder in place as a stool pigeon that they paid a little bit of money to take the fall. They already had a lot of people in place to take the fall for this. And this has been planned for months, I guarantee you that. And I don't, I'm speaking speculatively, of course, because I can't say that the LAPD killed Nipsey Hussle because I don't have proof, right? Hold on one second. I'm trying to read while y'all typing, so hold on. It says, what's all this new talking about what Nipsey was driving that day? The question, Big J, is for me, I don't understand what Nipsey was driving on that Sunday. We assume because we saw in the video that there's a black Jaguar with rims on it, factory, in the parking space that Nip normally parked in. So we assume that's what he drove that day. We don't know. For the most part, Nip drove his Maybach or his Benz. Well, Maybach, Benz, or a Benz. So yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I believe that whole thing is fake. I believe that whole shit that they came up with is fake. That whole thing they put together is fake, bro. Absolutely. That's why they control the as far as the video, that's why they took the video from a certain distance. That's why they, everything is controlled by them. That's why it was only, bro. It's not that it's edited. If it was edited, I wouldn't have a problem with it. The video is fake. It's not what we think it is. We do not, if we thinking that that's really Nipsey Hussle getting killed like a dog in the street. You can't even tell me that you can see that that's Nipsey Hussle for 100% sure. You assume that that's Nipsey Hussle because you see the Marathon store. But you don't never see no camera go up to Nipsey's face and body and show his face on the ground. And then they try to get you to believe that it's him because they show you some pictures from earlier in the day or early the day before, whenever that was. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. People, I try to explain on my page, you get so enamored by what you see that your mind can't click in because you see it. So because I see this bullshit, it's got to be this way. You don't even know that that's Nipsey in the video. Do you understand what I'm saying? You assume that that's Hussle because they done fed you all these pictures of him in the morning with the little kid with a certain color on. So now if you see this man with this color on in this so-called video, you assume that that's him. Why are we looking at a video the fuck 2 blocks away almost when they got all these cameras everywhere around the plaza? That's to tell you in your mind right there that something is wrong. Yeah, the videotape is bullshit. Yeah, the whole thing is constructed. You ain't never seen somebody get shot in the chest and get chest compressions with no IV. The fuck was the IV at? This man just lost. He got shot in the head and shot 7 more times. Right? Where the fuck is the IVs at? Giving him fluid. He got shot 10 times. You supposedly trying to save his life. Where is the compression? Why are you compressing his chest when he got shot in the chest? Where is the IVs to put blood back? I mean, saline and fluids back in his system. And where's the blood? Come on, man. Y'all got to use your brain, man. No disrespect. But come on, bro. Come on, brother. Y'all got to use y'all minds. Like, y'all falling for the okie doke. And I know people on my page smarter than that. Like, come on, man. They got us falling for the fucking okie doke. And we cool with it because we so good with what we see and what we hear that nothing that our mind starts to ask questions about fucking matters. Because we like, you know what? Damn, that is the Marathon store. That's got to be Nipsey. Damn, that's a nice car, so that's got to be Nipsey's car. Exactly. Where's the blood? So that tells me right there that Nipsey ain't get killed in that scenario. They made that shit up because however Nipsey got killed was probably going to be like a fucking, it would have ignited a war in the city and they would have probably ripped that bitch down. And that wouldn't have been a good ploy for $1 billion stadium to be coming along with all these rail works and all this stuff that's getting ready to happen in the city. So hell no, they wouldn't get ready to play that. Them people find out from the Rolling 60s or whoever that somebody killed Nip that wasn't the Rolling, you know, that what. Now if it's internal beef, then they gonna say that they dealt with internal beef, you know what I'm saying, and they handled it themselves. I don't know, I'm just saying. But if they found out an alternative gang killed Nip in the hood, man, that would have set Los Angeles on fucking fire. The whole city would have been burned. From Compton to LA to the fucking Watts, everywhere to the beaches would have been on fire. So yeah, it makes sense, bro. And the reason why I keep asking about the car is because when we keep aligning ourselves with that bullshit video, we are also assuming that Nipsey drove the car. The car. How did Nipsey get to the plaza? We assume that he got to the plaza in that Jaguar. But you ain't seen Nipsey driving no Jaguar. You seen him driving a couple different cars. And even if he drove that Jaguar maybe once or twice, that wasn't his everyday car. It's Sunday. This nigga shot. He's a flashy dude. That nigga got super chrome rims on a Maybach and on a Benz. You think he gonna pull out that car? Even though the Jag is fine and fly, you think he gonna pull out the Jag when he got a fucking Benz with rims on it on a Sunday morning? Come on, man. Y'all brothers, y'all understand? Think from your brain. It's fake. I think Eric Holder seen this bullshit as well. You don't even know that's Eric Holder. You assume because they telling you that's Eric Holder. You can't even see his face in the video. You cannot see nobody's face in this video. You are taking their word of the fact that this is Nipsey Hussle, this is Carrie, this is okay, here comes what's his name, City Cuz, because that's what they told you that's him in the video, but you can't even see the man's face, so we don't even know if that's him or not. We just believe that the shitty cuz 3 days later they done found somebody that can pen this all, that they can put all this bullshit on. So they found somebody they can put this on. Now they set the tape up properly for everybody to look at. Now they lining you up with a video, telling you what's going on in the video. And in your mindset, you like, okay, this is the Marathon store, cool. That gotta be Nipsey right there because they bought in the Marathon store. So in your mind, you can't even see Nipsey's face or body really, but you assume because they told you that's Nipsey, that that's Nipsey. You assume that this is Eric Holder because they said this is Eric Holder. You assume that this is such and such. The only person you can tell who it is Cowboy. And that's because he had on that dumbass hat hiding in the window. And you notice they kept him out of most of the video on purpose. If you're gonna ask questions, y'all ask questions in accordance when I can answer them. I can't answer like 37 questions back to back. Okay? So give me time to answer a question if you post a question. Alright, so how come there is no cell phone footage of the murder? Well, there's a video that I posted on my page, Biko, where it was right before Nipsey got killed. Some dude took a video from inside the store, but nobody can find that. You know, I haven't seen that video. And that video would probably have when he got killed on it, but you know, that's not being brought forward. If you go down my page, you'll see a video like right before he got killed, which was a cell phone video from in the store. Hold on, y'all doing too much. Give me a second. Chef Curry, I deleted you by mistake, man. I'm sorry, bro. All right, so hold on. It says, not to mention, Granny said that he got the call in the AM. Yeah, no doubt about that. And that's why I think Sam's car, I think that car is Sam's. That Jaguar is Sam's, and that was up there. When he got up there, he left his car up there and probably got a ride back to the crib. Please explain the phone call to Black Sam. I don't know about anything with the call to Black Sam. I don't know if there was a call. See, y'all asking me questions if I know everything. I'm just in regard to this situation, I'm just as uneducated as you guys are. I'm learning as y'all learn. As I get information, I bring it to you guys. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, thank you for show. Nipsey Ryder for show. Sonny's big sister, Beasky. What's up, Beasky? How are you? So, check. All right, so, yeah. So, word up. So, that's a big thing right there, Big J, where it says, how come they only got like 40 seconds out of a 24-hour day, period day? That tells you some bullshit is going on right there. Like, come on, man. Y'all smarter than that. Like, and I see where somebody said something about Kenneka Jenkins. I can't find it now. Hold on. I talked about that briefly for a minute, but I didn't want to deal with that too much because people will start taking shit and going a whole nother way. I let the other pages do that. But it was very similar to that bullshit they used for Kenneka Jenkins' murder as well. We got that little small, short piece of footage, even though there's cameras all over the fucking hotel. Same similar situation. Where the fuck is the cameras for the plaza? Hold on, I'm trying to answer y'all questions, so y'all bear with me. All right, appreciate that, Coity or Cotty 3000. Thank you. Let me see. Correct, Joseph. Yeah, taking the family's word that there was no blood, and yeah, we don't see a close-up from anywhere. So yeah, word up. Anybody else got a question? Just ask your question as I go down. I'm gonna try to answer them as I go the best I can. Biko, appreciate that. Yeah, the Chicago Organ Plaza. Yeah, if you don't know, you better tell somebody, brother. One thing I used to notice in the black community, bro, and you'll find that if you have a high murder rate in a specific area, like Detroit, Chicago, Camden, New Jersey, all these different places, if you associate the area next to those places, they usually don't have a big need for kidneys and organs because they're being provided by these dead bodies. So those people who are being served in that area, hell, they probably ain't waiting that long at all on a kidney list or an organ list. The problem is people getting killed, like getting shot in the head, so that's a brain that's dead, or they getting shot in the chest, which is, your heart that could be used, that can't be used no more, lungs, shit like that. So yeah. I don't want to go off topic though. So let me get back to where we was at. Well, Black Sam would have known if his brother was shot, and what happens, everything was on the autopsy. Everything already is in the autopsy. The problem is that Black Sam, if he knows anything, hold on. See, that's why I said ex-con I didn't want to take. Even though I respect that conversation about the organs, I really don't want to go another way today. And like I said, we could talk about that in another conversation, but that's going to take us a whole nother way, and I want to kind of stick to this card thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you though, bro. I'm with you. I feel you. That's a whole nother. That's a matter of fact, when I end this video, I think I'm gonna do a video talking about that next. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, the problem with that, Big J, is that's not how it's supposed to be for everybody. That happens for white folks. White folks, they got money. See, let me explain something to y'all real quick. And like I said, I don't want to make this about organs, but I want to talk about it since y'all brought it up, okay? And this is something that y'all should really, really, really listen to and put out to your families. All right, let's say right now, right? Y'all give me a chance to answer this question I'm on, and I'll get, before y'all keep putting stuff in there, give me a minute. So, in regard to the organ question, when you die, or I die, let's just say if I die right now, right? Me. If I expire right now, I automatically go on a chopping block. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you that work in the health industry is bullshit. When you die, you automatically go on a call list, and you go on a chopping block. And all of your usable organs that are not accounted for will be utilized and sold to the highest bidder. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. If I die, and like I said, I'm talking about me, I don't want to talk about nobody else. If I die right now, my eyes are worth a whole lot of money. They have people whose their only job in life is when somebody dies, if they have healthy eyes, they have a person who comes and they scoop out your eyes. From the back of your eye, they scoop the eye out, where they just want the cornea and the piece holding the white and the cornea. They have a person whose whole job in life is to come scoop your eyeballs out medicinally and save them in some kind of solution so that people who need issues with eyes can be corrected and have eye surgery or eye replacements. You don't believe me, you can look it up for yourself. And like I said, I didn't want to go down this road, but y'all brought it up, so I'm going to make it brief. So I'm dead, right? My eyes are now on the chopping block. They got my eyes. I have great eyes. My eyes are available to somebody who needs oral surgery. I mean, aero, whatever they call eyes, optical. My eyes are now a commodity because they're going to be sold to somebody in need that needs those corneas. My family will get nothing for my eyes, but I'm laying there dead. But they scooping parts of my body out, but my family won't receive shit. Let me continue. I have lungs. I have 2 lungs. I have kidneys. I have, your chest bones, your ribs. You have your liver. All of these organs, your bladder, all of these organs, if they are functioning, are worth a lot of money. Even the parts of your body that are not working properly, for people like myself who have a kidney issue, for people who may have lung disease, for people who have bone cancer, things of that nature, they can still sell those parts to schools that study diseases and things that kill, when they teach in colleges and they teach in universities about how organs are destroyed, where do you think they get the organs from to do these classes? Y'all better use your mind, man. So when I die, I automatically become a commodity. Every part of my body that can be used and sold is going to be taken out of my body and sold. You can't do shit about it because your family don't leave a will. Your family left a will, they could put there that they want those organs given to somebody in the family who needs them. Or they want to, or you may want to donate to somebody in your family so the organs will be held. Or what happens is that they'll make it where the organ can be donated from you, and then that person, if somebody in your family needs an organ, they automatically are eligible. Shit like that. But you have to realize these folks, you'll be lying there, they taking all your body parts, your organs, you'll be laying in the hospital dead. They sending your family up. This is how fucking gully these people are, man. And how fucking messed up that they got us. They'll send your family a bill for the hospital stay and an emergency ride and all of that shit, compounded interest. And not only that, you won't get a dime from the sale of the organs from your family member that just got killed. So not to be disrespectful to none of y'all, but right now, I just put it in terms of me. Right now, somebody walking around with my grandmother's eyes. Somebody walking around with my grandfather's liver. Somebody walking around, you understand what I'm saying? And my family didn't get shit. But I guarantee you on that billing statement from the hospital for that person that got that transplant, that shit is on there. I put money on that. I put money on that. So let's get off of organs. We're gonna talk about that at a later time. I did want to answer the question. So hold on, y'all. Let me get back to your questions. We don't know if he gets, so I'm starting back up with Joseph Rufo's question. Joseph, who knows if he gave him the day off? The body card said that he did, so you have to at least respect the fact that, you know, that he did give him the day off that day. Well, even not that he gave him the day off, he may not even call the dude because he didn't feel the need to call him for that particular trip up to the plaza. Because somebody probably called him up to the plaza that he trusted. And when he got up there, he got set up, more than likely, is what happened. Let me see, what else questions we got? Yeah, Sonny, yeah, for real. That's what happens. And even if you say no, they don't give a fuck. They'll still, what you gonna do? You gonna ask for them to take them home? They don't give a shit. So, you know, yeah. So for those of y'all that be on my page, you know, I try to answer questions the best I can to my ability. Obviously, I'm not the one who killed Nipsey, so I don't know what happened. I'm just trying to get answers and questions like you guys are. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all be patient with me. You can have, you know, you can be as mad as you want with me, anytime you want to be with me on this page. I'm cool with that. I don't know people on YouTube. I'm really new to this. So when I talk about Pam's Corner and Lil Kev and Big Fed or Uncle Fed or, you know, Hood News or any of these places, I'm gonna give them their props because they doing what they doing. They got followings. I don't have a following. You understand what I'm saying? Regardless of how you feel about what these people are talking about, they have a following. So somebody is investing in their pages. So if these people come on my page and show me love, I'm gonna say hey back. You know, who am I to be disrespectful like that? And I'm sorry some of y'all feel like I shouldn't speak, you know, to different people, but it's my fucking page. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you don't like what I'm talking about, you don't like who's on my page, you don't like what my conversation is, I understand if you gotta go, you gotta go. I'll holler. But I'm not gonna change my way at all. So let me get back to the questions. I didn't know about the 2 Long Beaches hidden one. About the 2 Eric Holders. Yeah, it's crazy that Rand Paul nobody even seen Evan since this fucking murder is concerned. Nah, but it's even more than that though, hidden one, is that ain't nobody heard from Kerry or his fucking nephew since the so-called paralyzation shooting. You think we would have heard back from Kerry by now, especially considering he might be paralyzed. I'm sure he would have been reaching out for more help by now. But he's good, because I'm sure they took care of him. Because he played his part already. So what's up? Let me look at y'all questions. What story from Black Sam? I don't understand what you're saying, Rufo. What story are you talking about from Black Sam? Hit me up, because I don't understand what you're asking. All right, let me look at yours, Hidden. Kid Flashy and the guy Eric pistol whipped the day before both fled to New Jersey as well. Okay. I ain't know nothing about that. Kerry wasn't shot to that degree. I know somebody was telling me that he got shot in his ass, and they just blew the story up to make it bigger. Say he got shot in the ass. He never was paralyzed. They just made it look good for the situation. And that his nephew, if you look up his nephew, you got to Google his name, because just Google Kerry Lathan and his nephew, and his name is going to come up, some long bullshit. Look up the name and Google it. You're going to find a hard time finding shit on this dude. And the stuff that you do find is like professional, which I'm like, nah, bro, I don't see it like that. Something got to be wrong. Or either they hiding this dude information, one or the other. So I have a question for y'all. Here's my question. I didn't get a chance to ask this question on my page yet, so y'all will be the first people that I get to ask this question to. Has anybody ever asked the question to what happened to Steve? Who murdered Steve? It could be Sonny. Did y'all hear the question that I asked? I'm gonna get to Kid Flashy. Just deal with me for a minute. Did anybody hear the question that I asked? Just say yes or no if y'all heard me. If not, I'll repeat the question. Yes or no, yes or no. Okay, so, no, okay, so give me a second, give me a second. So the question is coming up. Steve was the guy that Nipsey was talking about and Black Sam be talking about when they first was getting started, where he helped them start the first t-shirt shop. And Steve is the guy whose name is on the barbershop. Steve was a very good friend of theirs, and he got murdered in the neighborhood. But they didn't never really talk about how he got murdered, or who killed him, or what the situation was, which is kind of strange. And then Nipsey died in similar fashion. It's kind of weird. So, yeah, Fats. That's the name I'm looking for, Whitney. Thank you. So what happened to Fats? Nobody talks. See, these are the things that I'm talking about. I want to talk about shit that nobody talking about, because that's where the secrets is at. Feel me? He got shot outside of niggas. Why? Why did he get shot? And then even still, look at that shit. But think about that. Think about that. Oh yeah, he got murdered in the dispensary. So think about that shit right there. How the fuck all these people that's from the hood getting shot in they fucking spots? This is shit that they built. Fats was there from the beginning with Nip. So Nip putting his name with him on everything. But yeah, they say gang. But see us not thinking, we just gonna fall for this shit because we talking about fucking Los Angeles. Now you look at the question where you ask the question what happened to Steve, then you add in what happened to Nip. Now real questions start coming out, right? I don't really know who Sandman is. You got to deal with. I'm not familiar with who that is. I'm not from there. You know what I'm saying? So holler at me about who Sandman is. It might help with what we're talking about as well, because I don't really know who they are. But hear me out. Hear what I'm saying, because I don't want to get too far again into something else. So let's just talk about Fats and Nipsey. Both of them got murdered in untimely ways in a place that they was in control of. How the fuck does that happen? Okay, Sandman, okay. And he got killed too? Sandman got murdered also? Okay, cool. So then now you got Fats, Sandman, and then Nipsey. No wonder Sandman coming the fuck outside. I wouldn't come outside either. How the fuck? So, you serious? So Nipsey dude got killed by the dispensary that they got product at. Then another one of Nipsey homeboys got killed behind the marathon. Then Nipsey get killed supposedly in the marathon. What the fuck is going on with... Now see, they don't put all these things together for people to look up. Because when you start tying all this shit together, it's probably something even bigger than this going on that we ain't even talking about. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why I ask the questions that I ask. Because you ain't going to go on nobody else's page and get no conversation like this. You ain't heard no conversation about Sandman and Fats and what car it was and all this different shit. You ain't heard that on nobody else's page. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'd be hiding out too if I was saying. I'd be riding with the police or somebody or the Nation of Islam or somebody everywhere I went. I make sure I had somebody with me everywhere. Except for the carpet at a marathon. Yeah, I believe they did. I don't think Big U would be stupid enough, and you know, no disrespect to the 60s, no disrespect to Big U. I don't think Big U would be stupid enough to do it. I think people would automatically expect that it was him. I don't think he had, I'm not gonna say he didn't have the means, but I don't think he had the power to pull that off. Yeah, but see, here's the crazy thing, though, y'all. While Sam is in recluse, I mean, Black Sam, fucking Samantha, all riding around Los Angeles like ain't shit wrong. She partying everywhere. She riding everywhere. Nah, it's not about Big J. Don't get me wrong. It's no disrespect to Big U. No disrespect whatsoever. But I do not believe that man will want that kind of smoke under his name. I don't think he would want that smoke on his name. I don't think that. I think that it's bigger than Big U. And I think that's also part of the process where they assume that we're gonna automatically want to blame Big U because him and good conversation today, guys. I appreciate this conversation because it's bringing up a lot of shit that I didn't know that needed to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not gonna say he was jealous of Nipsey. He made money off of Nipsey for years. So yeah, I mean, you know. Absolutely, I'm sure he knows what happened. Somebody knows exactly what happened. Somebody knows exactly what happened. That's why I said if it happened outside of what we think it is, where they gave us this parameter of what it could be to bullshit the people. But if let's just say Nipsey got picked off by a Crip, right? LA would be on fucking fire. That wouldn't be. They get ready to redo the rail system. They be redoing that motherfucker for real, cause that bitch would be ripped down, and the whole city would be fired. So nah, that wouldn't be smart for a gang situation, for a gang to have killed Nipsey. It wouldn't be smart for the 60s to kill Nipsey because he was employing so many of them. It wouldn't be smart for nobody in the neighborhood to kill Nipsey because he was bringing money to that area. So y'all got to look at this thing bigger, man. Got to look at this thing bigger, and stop looking at just the basic bullshit that they giving us, which is bullshit. They thought of all this shit as a plan, and they knew we was just gonna suck it right in. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that nigga did used to be in the gang with that nigga though. Oh yeah. Oh, they said he snitched on them. Oh yeah. I would have killed that nigga too. And automatically you forget all about the common sense shit that's hitting your mind, and you focus on bullshit. Everybody know no gang is all together. But Nipsey supported a lot of 60s that came home from jail who didn't have jobs. In my opinion, who orchestrated the opinion, in my opinion, I think the LAPD and the government had something to do with him dying. Latoya, I'm sorry, but you know I don't do that. No disrespect, Latoya, at all. But you know I don't deal with the mediums and the card readers, and God bless all of them. But nah, I'm cool. My thing is, if y'all really start using your brain, right, and think about what I'm asking you about the car, this shit makes sense now. Because if that's Sam's car, that means Sam's car would have already been there when all this bullshit supposedly happened. Which makes sense because just use your brain. I ain't got time to spend going back over the details of what I'm talking about, but if Black Sam's car was already there when all this shit supposedly happened, then that would mean that some shit popped off that morning. He probably left the car to go with Nip to the hospital. Think about it. He left the car in the plaza. Never mind. Let's talk about something else, because that's going to take me down a whole nother road. Let me answer some of y'all questions before y'all start answering a whole bunch of them. Oh yeah, no, Latoya, listen. Just because I don't believe in mediums and tarot card readers don't mean that you can't. That's my belief. But you know, if you bring me something on my page that shows me real talk, not just somebody's speculation, you know, I would go with them a lot more. But I can't just go off the fact that you tell me Nipsey came to you in a dream, or he was eating a donut or some shit like that, and that shit don't work for me. So hold on, let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Lethal, I tried to tell you, you gotta send them to my email, Jay Lethal. I can't get them on my text. There's too much stuff. It's like the memory is too much. Jay Lethal, in regard to your note, I did tried to come to my phone. I can't receive them. It's too big of a file. Send them to my email. I gave you the email address twice. Please, I love to see them. No, I haven't heard anything, Tony, on the subpoenas. The trial is set for this month. Hold on, guys. Yes, Mahana. Yes, I believe that Sam and Nip's last moments was real. That's why I keep asking about the car, because I believe that Sam drove that car up there and left the car when he left to go with Nip to the hospital. I believe that he would have went with Nip to the hospital, knowing that his brother was about to die or did die. I believe he would have went with his brother to the hospital. And if he died in his arms, like they said, then he probably would have went to the hospital or left his car in the plaza. Hold on, y'all. I'm not gonna say, Biko, I'm not gonna say that the cars are bullshit. It's just not for me. Some people ascribe to it. So yeah. So Mahana, what I'm saying is that Sam said that he got to the plaza, he stayed with his brother until he died in his arms. Now he didn't say he died in his arms on the floor of the ground. He didn't say where he died in his arms. He could have died in his arms on the ambulance. He could have died in his arms somewhere. But I'm assuming, see, now nobody's asking this question, so this is all new information. So I'm asking people to think about this from another perspective. So what if Sam did drive that black Jag to the plaza that morning when he met Nip to come get him, take him to the hospital, he died, blah, blah, blah. Then they came up with all this other bullshit to kind of fix the story. No, you said Sam wasn't in the ambulance. How do you know he wasn't in the ambulance? You going by the video again. Stop going by that fucking video. Get that video out of your head, please. Get that video out of your head. Please, get the video out your head, please. Correct, that's what she said. The mom said she didn't even know where they was taking him. I didn't see no article, and Mahana, as I always say, if you got something that says something, post the link so everybody can see it, so we all can agree to that we saw that same thing that you supposedly saw. Because I've never seen that where he said anything about that. Yeah, most definitely, Latoya. That's something that y'all just brought to my attention. And like I said, I was wondering that shit about Fats. And now that y'all done told me about the other dude, now Nipsey, that some shit is really going wrong with that. That's a fucking pattern. Something is wrong, and it's not being investigated. So that tells you something else is fucking wrong. Mahana, in regard to your question again, your first question to me said, says, I just reread the article this AM. All I asked you to do is to post a link to the article so that everybody can see what we're talking about, because I have not seen it. There's no disrespect being put forth to what you're saying. I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm not saying, I have not seen the article. So what I'm asking you to do is, if you can, post the link so that we all can read the article at the same time, and then we can expound on it. Sometimes I think y'all think I be talking down to y'all, and it's not like that. I'm asking questions. Y'all asking me questions, I'm asking questions back to you, because it don't make sense to post about seeing something if I haven't seen it. So I'm asking, can somebody post it so we all can be a part of that conversation together? That's all. You probably won't ever be able to get the transcripts until years later, when you're going to have to do what's called a Freedom of Information request act request. That's the same way they got the information about Malcolm X years later and found out what was going on. I appreciate you rocking with me. I'm trying to rock with y'all. Protect me, dog. I'm asking questions that niggas don't even ask, so I know they gonna get my ass. Luckily, I'm not in Los Angeles, so I don't think it would be a smart decision for Nipsey to do witness protection, considering he has children. I don't think Nipsey, I mean, if they prepared Nipsey in the manner of which they were supposed to prepare him, then I'm sure he was. Sandman was shot 10 times in a car. He was in a coma for a month. 2000, he's gunned down. Holy shit. Damn. And did they ever say who shot Sandman? Everybody say Nipsey faked his death, right? So let's look at that for a minute. Here you have a man that's 33 years old. He's a multi-millionaire with a business, record label, current record that's out on the streets, doing well for himself. 2 children, 2 small children, a beautiful girlfriend that he was ready to marry. What's bull, Sonny? What's bull? So I can't see me as a black man going away from my son, telling me I'm not never gonna be able to see my son again. The fuck? No, witness protection ain't for me then. Nah, if they could come with me, yeah. Oh yeah, no Sandman, so yeah. So that tells you right there some shit going on, bro. Sandman, fucking Fats, and then Nip. Something ain't right. You don't believe that? What, Sonny? What don't you believe, Sonny? Big J. Nipsey adopted by Black Sam's parents. What does that mean? I'm confused. Y'all gotta give me a minute to answer the questions, guys. Oh nah, hell no, Sonny. Fuck that. He loved that little boy and that little girl too much. There's no way. Yeah, but that man and that man not gonna leave no children that young. There's no way that he would have took them with him and they would have found a place for him. All right. Nothing Sam said matched any timeline or video. What do you mean by that? Explain what you're saying, Joseph. Still, what do you mean? The Black Sam, I understand. Yeah, I saw a picture that said if God has a face, it would look like Nipsey. That was pretty powerful. That man definitely had the blood of Haile Selassie in him. You could tell, he, you know. Yeah, Sam, I don't blame Sam for not saying much. He's running for his life. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I don't blame Sam. Hell, I would never come outside. You wouldn't be able to find me nowhere. Nowhere. Yes, he was pure. What y'all got to realize too, here's something else we got to talk about that's real, that nobody else is talking about. How do you feel like they had him boxed in, Hidden One? Don't just make certain, if you're going to make statements, explain what you're seeing. Back to what I was saying though, let's talk about something for real, that nobody else is talking about as well. Let's not be stupid about the fact that Nipsey Hussle was a member of the most violent gang in Los Angeles, California. Let's not be stupid. We understand he said it. All the people around him that's been around for years said it. So what that basically means is Nipsey was basically telling you he had sins in his heart because he was a made man, and everybody knows what that means if you're a made man in a gang. That means you had to kill somebody or take somebody out or hurt somebody or shoot somebody. So Nipsey had bad karma on him too. And I'm not saying that from a soothsayer perspective, a tarot card reader. If you shoot a motherfucker, you got bad karma. Like some point in your life, that shit got to come back to you, right? So let's not be silly in looking at the fact that this man had years of sin that he had to pay for. And I believe that the good that he did outweighed the bad that he did. And I'm hoping that the end of his life wasn't because of the beginning of his life. But let's not be stupid and believe that this man was guilt-free and he was an angel. Let's not talk about that. We can't say that. He was a member of one of the most violent gangs in Los Angeles. He was a made man in the gang, which means, he put in work. Everybody knows what that means. Nobody's stupid. So his hands are not blood-free. But at the same time, God gave him, like we believe in the scales of justice, and I believe that the good that he did for the middle to the end of his life hopefully outweighed the bad that he did, and that wasn't the reason why he was murdered. So let's get that out the way. We back to the conversation. So talk to me, y'all. I'm here for a little while longer than I'm out. You got some questions, hit me up. This is the time while I'm available, because later on I'm going to sleep, and I probably won't be talking about this till tomorrow. So Big J, that is not true. Dwight is his father. You could look at that man's face and tell that man is his father from 300 miles away. All of his kids look just like him. And they look like Angelique. Sam looked exactly like her mom and her dad with the big funny looking nose. And all the boys look exactly like Dwight, which is the father. So, yeah, you can't, don't be listening to that bullshit people be talking about, bro. Okay. Dan O'Hare, you might be new. You must be new to my page, Dan. So let me tell you how we do things on my page. No disrespect to you. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining in. When we talk about videos and stuff like that people have seen or should have seen, we post links so that everybody can share in the experience at the same time. All right. So I've never seen a video myself of any video. Oh, I think I know a video. No, wait. You talking about the video that I was talking about where the guy took the video from inside the marathon store. Is that right? If that's right, Dan, say yes or no. Because I have that video on here. But that's not Eric Holder in the video. Eric Holder, they claimed that Eric Holder didn't have a shirt on. All right, well, if it's not that one, then I need you to post the link, brother. Please post the link, okay? That's how we do on here on this page. We try to post the link so everybody can share in the conversation and know what we talking about when we talking about it. So welcome to the page, brother. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Not saying that nothing negative to you in that way. I'm just trying to show you how we do things over here. That's all. Hidden One, what do you think about Nip's mom saying Rempar had the spirit of retribution and revenge on him? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that question. That's hard to say, man, because Miss Angelique was in so many places when she was talking, bro. You gotta wonder. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that. Okay, so y'all hit me up too quick. Give me a second. Okay, Sam, are you talking about the young guy that shot the video from the inside of the man? Yeah, that's the video that I saw. I got that posted. That's the last video, like right before Nipsey gets killed. Let's stop talking about that video, guys, unless we have a link for it so everybody can be on the same page. Hello, stylist. How are you? You looking stylish today? The Yahweh's 7. I posted the video it's on my page, but it's prior to the last moments that you can physically actually see Nipsey Hussle and see that it's him. But that dude shaking his hand is not Eric Holder. Eric Holder, supposedly, according to the transcript, didn't have a shirt on, according to Ebony. You don't understand what, Sonny? You know I should have just dedicated this whole video to you, because me and you pretty much been talking the whole video, Sonny. Beasky. Tony, you ain't never gonna see that happen, brother. You ain't never gonna see that happen. Yeah, Bullets Ain't Got No Name tells you the story of his life. Like, it's gotta, you know, like he didn't know, like it's not like he didn't know it was gonna come back one day, but I guess he was just trying to do as much as he could to outweigh the bad. God bless the brother, man. God bless his soul. Dan O'Hare, just type in the words or copy and paste it. Copy and paste it, and I'll do what I got to do to try to figure out where it is. Hello, miss me that bullshit. Yeah, that's crazy that they trying to get rid of that building before all that shit. Yeah. You did it, bro. You did it, bro. Just disappears. I don't understand. So email it to me. Email me the link, and you should be able to put it in there. My email is blackbeautywilson@yahoo.com. That's what I'm trying to explain to him, Tony. Now, come on, y'all. We got to get this together because I done been on here with an hour already. I wasn't even planning on staying on here that long. But we came up with some good points today. Some good takeaway points. It's by Bling Bling. So Dan O'Hare, Bling Bling Trap TV only got one video on their page. So I'm just gonna go right to their page and it's gonna be right there. Yeah, for sure. What you mean, hidden one? I don't be doing no 2-3 hour videos, bro, if that's what you're talking about. It's me, boss lady. You. You pasted it where, Tony? Where you pasted? Tony P, where you pasted? Talk to me, y'all, because I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Y'all got questions? Y'all got... All right, I'm going to try to find it. Maybe I'll get back with y'all later on this evening or tomorrow. Yahweh Son 7. That's the question that we've been asking. Go down through my videos, bro. You'll find some talk on those topics that you're talking about. It could be because the video is no longer available, Tony. I absolutely believe that the Pullman shoe purchases go toward the family and toward the foundation. All right, Dan, if it's available, I need y'all to try to help me with that, because I really don't like to talk about stuff I can't look at. My email is blackbeautywilson@yahoo.com. BLACKBEAUTYWILSON@yahoo.com. Anybody got anything else for me? Anybody got anything else for me before I go? You know how y'all be sending 3,700 questions later on. Thank you, Share It, Stylist. Where did you share it to? My email or where? Somebody talk to me, because I'm getting ready to get out of here, and I don't want y'all to say y'all didn't get me. Biko, we already talked about the... Go down my videos. You'll see a video about that. Anybody else need me? Talk to me. I'm gonna be on here 2 more seconds. Talk to me. We love you too. No Jay-Z, no. We need to talk more about Sam's car and why that car was at the plaza and how Nipsey got to that plaza. I think that's an important conversation. And I think the trial is this month, later this month. Guys, I gotta get ready to go. My phone is getting ready to die. I want y'all to think I hung up on y'all, but listen to me. Next conversation, I think we're gonna talk about how Nipsey got to the plaza again, the car, where Nipsey's car was, how Sam got to the plaza. If that's how, we're gonna cover all of that again. We also gonna talk about this link between Fats, the other guy that got killed, and Nipsey, because I never even knew it was a connection with those three. So stay up on that, y'all. I'm trying to be the best. I'm just trying to be the best page that y'all could, possibly have on here that's not talking about the same bullshit as everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? If I could be different than everybody else, then I did my job. You know what I'm saying? Sandman, I got you. If I could do something different, I'm going to hopefully upload again tomorrow or tonight. Depends on how I feel. I'm about to go ahead and take this medicine. But, yeah, stay up on the page. Keep watching for me. Turn your notifications on so you know when I come up. But I'm talking about real shit. So put your people on your page. Tell them to check me out. All right? So I'm out. Till next time. Peace.